manager at Value. So basically, today's social media contest would be just share the event on LinkedIn, join the Ghaziabad and Jaipur on Slack community. You can use the hashtag, and you can also tag us on LinkedIn, Gaurav Pratap, Jacob, me, and Slack. These are some of the hashtags, and yeah, and I'll take a pause if you want to join the Jaipur uh, community workspace, and this is the Ghaziabad chapter link. You can definitely scan the QR and join the Slack community. And okay, let's start it with the main agenda of today. Like, why the Salesforce channel? Anyone wants to uh, tell us why we want the Salesforce channel in Slack? Anyone? I'm just waiting for the some of the answers. Okay, for better communication. Okay, to bring Salesforce data on Slack and streamline our work. Definitely right. Customer 360 view and unified profile view. Right. Any more cases, guys? Right. Right, Aman. So, guys, you all are right. To bring the Salesforce data on Slack to streamline our work, customer 360 view, and unified profile also, and for a better communication. Okay, so I get an answer also, so that it will reduce the redundant task for looking absolutely right, Ritik. Absolutely. So we have our speaker for the day, Gaurav, and Gaurav can take you more on the Salesforce channel. So over to you, Gaurav.
Okay, thanks, Akshay.
So let me unshare my screen. You can share your screen, Gaurav.
Pulling it up. Okay, you guys can see the screen, right?
Yes,
Perfect.
so yeah.
Alrighty, so let's get started. I mean, much appreciation, guys. It's Sunday, I know. Usually we correct our sleep schedule on Sundays, but still it was a bit early, 10:30 a.m. for all of you. So thanks for joining. Means a lot. And like Akshay mentioned, it's re-inauguration of Ghaziabad chapter. So we wanted to call it out virtually first, so that whenever Akshay is planning an in-person event, you guys know the channel is now active. So keep a lookout for upcoming in-person events, which might Akshay plan sooner. And for that, you have to go join the Ghaziabad Slack chapter. Okay, so make sure you join the chapter so you are make yourself updated about everything that is going around in Ghaziabad. Okay, with that, we can get started. So, an image to showcase like how Salesforce and Slack is going to get connected. Maybe few of you were part of my earlier session where I discussed the same topic, but a bit new things. I still tried to find a demo org for this, but these are paid features, so haven't came out yet. Still generally available for enterprise plans only. With that, just to give you a context, usually we used to communicate back and forth between Salesforce and Slack. So now we will see how collaboration has turned out so that you save a lot of time when you are communicating with your team around the projects. Okay. Again, spread the word. Already showcased you the slide. Akshay, me, Jacob, and Slack. And also make sure, since Ghaziabad chapter is active, to spam it that Ghaziabad Slack is back whenever you post something on LinkedIn. Okay. I'm not sure, like, we are also giving away some swag, I think, from Ghaziabad chapter. So I think there is one for social media. So make sure you post on LinkedIn with your learnings today, and you could be the lucky winner of something, right, Akshay? Just a confirmation.
Absolutely, Gaurav. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So, alrighty, let's get started, guys. Okay, so this is a slide to show like how we used to work together as of today. There are multiple teams which are involved. So just give you a context, as if now the communication that we have been doing so far with our teams is somewhere scattered. As you can see in the image, there are different teams available, and it is somewhere disconnected from CRM, which is a single source of truth. Teams only have like half of the picture, like what is going on into the project or whatever collaboration work you're doing, and this somewhere impacts the productivity, also your business profits, and ultimately your customer experience. Okay, and it's an issue that we need to solve now more than ever. Agents have joined the team, and they too need that full context, so we need to organize everything together so that we can bring everybody to the same page when the collaboration is going on. So imagine this, you have been pulled into a customer issue, and the team is on it, but the important context is scattered around different emails, chat messages. There could be different systems involved, and it's basically disconnected from your CRM. Okay, so now you have to go back and check every individual tool, chains, context to figure out like what exactly is going on. Okay, and you have only half of the picture. So now to get along with all this information, you need to invest your time. You have to chase people like, okay, somebody else is working on that project, Ankit was handling it, something else, so you have to go back to them like, dude, what's going on? So eventually you are not able to work together with all the information that you have, and it is affecting your customer experience. So that's why you have to somewhere lose the customer. They get angry to not get resolution on time, and somewhere teams today span around a lot of time searching out functions, context, email chains, going through conversations. So if you remember, with Slack AI, we can summarize the conversations to get the actual crux out of what is going on of any issue. So this uncertainties today and kind of a broken way of working just doesn't work anymore. So Salesforce and Slack brought the coordinated collaboration around the customers, and this is how you can save a lot of time. And see, if you are running an organization, your employees are the most valuable asset. But if they are spending a lot of time, running back and forth, it's not gonna be a productive, collaboration. So, and now it's the time that AI is rapidly developing, and there are offers to expand those limits with agentic teammates joining the team. And there are demos during the presentation, which I'll show you to give you a context around how agents are going to get involved to save you a lot of time. And this is an opportunity where we can save time for our employees, because they are the backbone of any project or any implementation. And you are getting maximum return on your investment when your employee is saving time. They are somewhere doing a bit more productive work. I mean, Sunday I'm talking about productivity, but still you get the context around your everyday schedule. You will save a lot of time, and with potential of for trillions in added value. According to PwC, they did a survey to figure out like, okay, if it's really gonna save some time. So yes, it does. And even your AI bot agent will need a full context to be effective. If you know, like, we provide data sets, we provide information AI to be more precise. Just imagine you are on chat GPT and you want something very precise to the context that you are asking for, so you give them a good prompt. So in similar way, AI needs as much information as it can to be very precise to its response. And that's where the collaboration has came into the picture. And to solve the chaos of collaboration, we can't just layer the AI on top of existing problems. We need a fundamental shift in how teams work together. Okay, so you see some numbers: 47% struggle to find the critical data or info you can relate it to your day-to-day lives, and 72% less profit generated by poorly aligned teams because we are always wasting time looking for information. Okay, so here is an image to give you an idea around how we see the future around the customer 360. Okay, so the context is that we all understand the importance of having a 360 view of customer. That's what we have been learning almost every year from Salesforce. What if, imagine that if teams could get the full picture, not just the customer data, but also the insights shared in teams, everyday discussions, along with all the application automation, and AI needed to move to work forward. So that's what the vision is, and we are finally realizing that vision. Salesforce have always believed in the power of collaborating in context with a 360 view of a customer, and it is what sparked Chatter, a breakthrough in connecting teams right inside Salesforce. If you remember back in the days, we used to collaborate on Chatter at the rate, tagging the sales user, service user, or whatever it is, but it was inside Salesforce. You were not leaving the instance. But now they have decided, like, okay, the game has changed. Now teams are available in different function, and across every function, humans and AI agents are like, and they need to come together in real time around the customer. Okay, and they need the full picture of the issues across the data, application, automation, and the company's collective knowledge. And we can call it a knowledge base. Okay, it's not just about making things easier now, but it's about breaking down the silos of data and giving everyone the power to act with the customer's full story in their hands. Okay, right where they are already working. So that's why Salesforce introduced a new conversational layer, which is a dedicated place where customer data, team dialogue come together and empower to drive the customer success as a team. Okay, so you can see there is a historical knowledge, customer intel, active context, decision rationale, meetings debriefs, all this information available on the right. That is your Slack conversations, and on the left side, and then on the right side, you have your account information, open opportunities, live campaigns, order history, and active cases. So just imagine if all this information comes together, you guys don't have to run around to find anything that could be missing. And in this way, your responses could be highly customized. Okay, and personalized as well. So we have been emphasizing personalization over the time, and whenever you are providing customer services, that's where this picture has came together. Okay, alrighty. With that, let's move on to the next slide. So imagine this interface you see. You in your Slack interface, you have now a shared view which shows you the Salesforce. So say hello to the Salesforce channels, a new type of Slack channel that brings CRM records together with real time and AI powered conversations. So first, like, what is a channel? Okay, a channel is powered by Slack. It's a dedicated a place to work together, organized around a topic or a project. Meanwhile, Salesforce organizes the work around customer records, but Salesforce channels, they combine two approaches with a new model that transforms the way people and agents organize and act around their customers. Okay, so linking Salesforce records like account opportunities and custom objects with Slack conversation brings the real-time collaboration into the Salesforce interface. Okay, and Salesforce channels are bi-directional and fully accessible in both Salesforce and Slack. So you can have conversation in Salesforce that is synced to Slack. Slack conversation is synced to Salesforce. So everybody stays together on the same page. Okay. And somewhere this gives teams one connected space to break down the silos, collaborate, and take action instead of switching tabs or chasing updates across the application. They create a full single view of the customer, so every teammate, human or agent, can work together no matter where they work the best, Slack or Salesforce. Okay. There are teams who might be working on Salesforce, there are teams who might be collaborating on Slack, but whatever the conversation is going in between these two applications is synced in real time. So Slack people know what is going on in Salesforce, and Salesforce people know what is going on in Slack. So all this information is together. And by bridging this structured and unstructured data, they are the backbone for Agent Force, because Agent Force needs context to give you answers and to reference the full context and produce more meaningful interactions. Okay, and that's the critical advantage. Customer data and conversation are intrinsically aligned. I mean, internally, let's just say internally aligned. It's a new model where work happens inside the conversation, not around it. And every team can meet their goals because the data they need meets the people they depend on. Okay, all right. So this just to give you a full view. You see on the screen now. This is what the interface will look like. 76% stronger team alignment, 75% better deal visibility and faster action, and 30% less time seeking info between CRM and conversations. Okay. Alrighty, let's move on. So how this works? Okay. First of all, okay, you see the screen, how your Salesforce interface is looking like and how you are collaborating in Salesforce as well, Slack as well. So, first of all, it's not just a product integration between Slack and Salesforce. We know that there are data silos when structured data comes around the customer is in Salesforce, and conversation about the same customer happening in Slack or any other tool like Teams. They use different tools, but I always recommend Slack. So for the first time, with the Salesforce channels, they are fundamentally bridging the structured and unstructured data. That means a Slack conversation and your customer information that is available in CRM, and the metadata to create the most comprehensive picture of your customer. And what does it actually gives us? Okay, so team collaboration is grounded in CRM data. Okay, Salesforce channels can be created for any Salesforce object, including custom objects. Okay, and are one single place for teams to share knowledge and take actions, whether that's in Slack or Salesforce. Okay, next next thing is that this creates a foundation of contextualized knowledge across structured and unstructured data that fuels even more powerful and actionable AI responses from Agent Force. So all this information is together. All your agent needs like a copy or book where all the information is added one place, so it can give you the best responses. So that is one thing which is unlocked, and with that, automatically mapping the metadata and permission inherited from Salesforce, we can maintain the data security while enabling the collaboration and action. So people can only see and edit what they are allowed to. So if your sales team is configured in Salesforce and they have some profile and permissions assigned, they will be followed in Slack as well. So they will not be able to see the channels or read or write the things which they don't have access to based on the Salesforce configuration. Okay, so user permissions are inherited from Salesforce, and focus on the presentation. You might get answers to a few questions that might be coming up in your head as of now, and this is what to give you a context how Salesforce channels are actually going to look like. Okay, so here's a demo video just to show you like how things are coming up. So just a second, I'll have to stop sharing and share back again. Okay, this is actually the demo. Yeah. All right. Please pay attention because for me it was very magical to see for the first time. So
We all struggle to track emails, spreadsheets, Salesforce updates, and chat messages. Information is disconnected. For example, as a sales leader, I'm constantly managing multiple customer accounts and have tons of tools to look across. With Salesforce channels, I can collaborate with cross-functional partners in real time across Salesforce and Slack, breaking down those silos. This is a specialized Slack channel that maps one-to-one to a corresponding Salesforce record. In this case, an expansion opportunity with Acme. This channel is accessible in both Slack and in Salesforce, right on that record. Salesforce channels create a seamless connection between communication and customer data, making it easy to stay aligned and take action. AI-powered summaries ensure I'm always up to speed, even if I jump into the deal midstream. Key details like contacts, canvases, pinned messages, and files stay organized within the channel so nothing gets lost as the deal progresses. This has been a complex deal, but we're finally close to getting the contract signed. Because Salesforce channels are available in Salesforce and in Slack, I can bring in finance and legal teams in the final stage to review terms, share files, and provide input, all without slowing down the deal. And everyone can collaborate from where they work best. We align on a discount in real time, and with everything centralized in the channel, context, approvals, and next steps, we're able to move quickly and keep the deal momentum going. Once the deal is closed, the transition to the service team is seamless, so the team is able to quickly get up to speed on the account. And with Agentforce joining the team, we take it a step further. AI-powered digital agents surface insights from Salesforce records and conversations. For example, the Customer Insights agent can provide a summary of the customer's challenges and business goals, as well as create a draft of the implementation timeline based on the customer's priorities. With everyone working together with a complete view into the data in Slack and in Salesforce, teams can collaborate across every stage of the customer journey to deliver exceptional experiences. The result? Increased revenue, higher retention rates, and greater customer satisfaction.
Alright. So that's what you will see coming up forth. And there is one more demo. It's not going to take much of time. So to give you an actual context how things are going to be, so here's one more demo. Please have a watch.
Hello, Salesforce admins. We have heard from you just how difficult it can be for your teams to collaborate because their conversations and their data are scattered across different email chains and text messages and messaging apps, which makes it really difficult to focus on serving the customers that you have and winning new ones. Instead, your teams are stuck toggling between apps all day. That's why we built Salesforce channels. With Salesforce channels, you can create a dedicated place for your team to collaborate right inside of Lightning around any Salesforce record. This allows them to bring in all the essentials where they can share information, discuss next steps, and take action. Here's how it works. As an admin, you can decide which object should get Salesforce channels. Those could be standard objects like accounts and opportunities and cases, or it could be a custom object that your team uses. Once you've enabled this, your teams can start to create channels for their records. And anyone who has access to the record can get access to the conversation, ensuring that all the right people stay in the loop. This is also available wherever your team might be working, whether that's directly inside of Lightning or in the Slack app, which is available on the computer or on the go from any mobile device. And of course, all of this comes with enterprise-grade security controls, so you can safeguard your team's sensitive internal data. With Slack, your team also gets access to powerful collaboration tools with things like file sharing, automated workflows, and you can even bring your Agentforce agents into Slack, allowing your teams to do things like automate SDR outreach, refine sales pitches, or update deals. To learn more, check out our Trailhead course or try this out in a sandbox environment. This is a whole new way for your team to collaborate and serve your customers, and you're just a few clicks away from getting started.
Alrighty. So you see, you can do so much now from perspective of Salesforce and Slack collaboration, and demo gives you a picture around how things are going to be. And if you're not already using Slack, now you see how I am somewhere recommending it to you. So collaboration has become really easy with Slack, and you can get started if you want to. Okay, let's talk about some benefits around how. So you saw the demo. Now you see there are a lot of things which has been solved, and the interface that you are seeing is, if now, if you focus on the right side, there are buttons to log a call, event, an email chain. So this is where we used to be, and in the middle you see all the Slack conversations which are going on based on the channel that you are a part of. Okay, so now you are having a complete view of your customer, which is somewhere you are bringing yourself and your team together with the customer data in one place to share, discuss, and you can also take action. Okay, that's one of the benefits. Then work where you work the best. So if you are familiar with Salesforce environment, you can work there and you can have your Slack conversation there. And if you're familiar with Slack environment, you can work in Slack environment, and there are action buttons available in Slack environment which you can use to perform any action that will be reflected in Salesforce itself. Okay, so you are working in real time with every teammate, doesn't matter in Slack or Salesforce, and everybody is aligned on the same page, so decision making will not take more time that it usually used to happen previously. We used to go back and set up meetings to discuss before taking any actions. So now it's pretty much easy for you to do it. Next up, we have Agent Force with deeper context. So you can bring your agents into the picture if you need any help. So it could be summarizing agents, your sales agent or service agent or campaign agent if you want. So all you have to do is provide the context to your agent with all the information that is available in your Slack conversation and Salesforce account information, and it will somewhere help you to save a lot of time bringing the unstructured and structured data together. So unstructured data is your conversations that are happening in multiple channels, and structured data is basically your customer information that is available in your CRM. Okay, so the more context you provide to your agent, the better results we will get through the conversational insights. Okay, and let's talk about some use cases. So, okay, what happened? Yeah. So in this picture, you just give it a second, have a view of it. There are teams across that you have to manage, and your customer is in the center. And there could be multiple touch points where this conversation is happening. So your sales team is also interacting, and your service team is also interacting. Your ID team is also interacting. So this somewhere gives you a picture, and Salesforce channels are in some way designed to empower every team across every function to put the customer at the heart of their teamwork. And these channels also work with any Salesforce object like I mentioned earlier. So you can create channels based on account, quote, case, campaign, or order, or even if your custom objects, if you have any custom requirements, they can also be fulfilled by creating a channel dedicated to it. So whether it's a sales service working on a quarterly business review, or any order operations partnering with customer support, or any marketing to resolve any issue with a promotional code, or even an IT team managing a major web incident, if there's an object in Salesforce that teams collaborate around, it's a perfect place to use Salesforce channels. Okay, and you see, take an example of a use case. If you want to unblock deals faster, say you are a sales representative, okay, and there is a major expansion deal which is halted or stalled by a billing issue. Getting sales and service aligned is very hard because those teams have different functions. But the finance team you need to work with doesn't work in Salesforce. Okay, so you create an opportunity channel where the entire team can come together in one place to discuss the problem with full visibility into the CRM record. So now you know why customers deal is stalled on a billing issue. what is the what is the issue around billing? What objects are taken care of? So we created a channel where we can collaborate based on the opportunity record, and finance team might even have to have their system integrated with Slack so that updates are shared directly in the channel too. And now see, if you need to loop in legal as well, for example, and they don't have a Salesforce license, so they can still be added to Salesforce channel in Slack and collaborate with everybody else. Okay, so now having everyone and everything in one place means that you can clear that blocker as soon as possible, and somewhere you're bringing business for your organization. So you're saving time, you're making money, and also collaborations has become big easy. So sometimes teams do internally have fights because of miscommunication. Somebody said something and somebody else said like, okay, I never approved this. So clashes happen. So that somewhere also, reduces the clashes between the teams because everybody is collaborating in a single environment. So typically that's how we are looking onto the picture. So let's go through some simple use cases. So we talked about an example of sales, and before going into the use cases, see, this is what we just had as a conversation. What is happening as of now? There are multiple channels involved. We have to go through the fragments of information to get the all context around how we are going to close the deals. So there are tedious admin tasks, fragmented collaboration, there are information silos, and constant context switching. Okay, and deal collaboration today has been a messy web of constant context switching and alignment seeking, with crucial customer insights and process fragmented into different tools and team silos. So how does your team is actually collaborating on deals today? So let's just say you're working on a deal with a customer, and your team is having discussions across chat, phone calls, emails with each other to strategize. Okay, which I think everybody, most of us are doing as of now. And once they have the first customer meeting, they have to sit down at their desk to transfer their notes into the CRM, and then back to email, chat, video call, coordinate, call somebody, inform them, tell your manager what happened in the conversation. So you see, multiple tools or touch points are coming into the picture. And next, now they need to build a presentation or a deck to present to the customer. And the comments in the deck are locked in your file system because that's where you saved your notes. And a marketing alert comes in via email, and to discuss the next step, they start a forwarded conversation, and yet another email chain gets started. Now we are back in CRM. The rep need help on pricing, so back to the email or chat approvals. In this manner, we are somewhere lost. Like, okay, I don't remember where the information actually was, and the granular details which our customer really want us to be presenting to them when we talk business. So this somewhere slows down the whole deal process, making selling less effective. As you can see on the picture, there are on an average 10 tools we are discussing things on, and 72% of the sales representative time is spent on non-selling tasks. You hired a sales rep, but most of the time, sales rep is only reaching out to people, exploring the tools to figure out like what exactly information is required before preparing the sales pitch. Okay, so let's just summarize this and have Slack, Salesforce, and just ignore all the tools that are available, because if there are any custom tools that you are using, just integrate it with Slack so that you don't have to run around, and don't switch. Build an agent, let him do the work. Tell him, okay, get me the information from this and that. I want everything all together. So this is what this Salesforce channels is solving today. Okay, and teams needs a better way to work together around one complete view of the customer. So the challenge has been that with the deals becoming increasingly complex, representatives have to work mostly across the functions. They have to collaborate and talk to every individual team to strategize a solution which they can pass on to their customer, and then customer also reviews your information, and that's where a decision is made. Okay, so you see fragmented insights across meeting chats, CRM files. Now it's all centralized. Siloed conversation in different places. Now every teammate is in working in real time, leaving the place you work the best. and poor data hygiene due to friction between systems. Now you can update the customer data right from the team conversation. Okay, you can create records. I saw a question earlier, so that is possible. You can do it. And what you can do is you can sell as a team. You can do account planning, real time swarming deal rooms, updating the team plus management on deal status. You can develop solution pitches, demos, and meeting strategies, bringing domain experts together if you need collaboration from different teams. And you can use your agents to create executive briefings if you want. And you can also escalate and unblock deals with leadership in the conversation itself. And in each use case, agent force can somewhere help you to accelerate the processes, and it can also provide you the next actions that you can do. And also you can schedule meetings, update the records in Salesforce, or provide any domain expertise or any product specialist agent as well. So you can also configure that. Alrighty. I mean, a lot of conversations, but let's just keep it concise with use cases. So in context of the CRM, let's just say you created two objects based on account and opportunity. You can strategize on the top account deals, give leadership visibility into the key accounts and deal progress. And if there are any debriefs of customer meetings, you have to plan next actions. So you can also track those activities. You can share files, discuss meeting pitches, get help from domain experts if there is one. And you can have this all in real time, collaborate on real time, close deals faster, close service requests faster, have customer trust built on you. Keep with this, you can also send personalized conversation responses. And you can also flag your leadership team across cross-functional partners to unblock any deal progress that is happening. Okay, so you see the interface that's happening. And another, so this one was around selling as a team, and this is around the approvals. So there have been instances where you are sending an invoice and there is a discount in it, and your leadership team has to pitch in to, you know, provide you an approval for that discount. So it could be an involvement of a legal and finance teams in Slack. And for this, let's just say you're using quote and a contract object, because these two objects somewhere maintains the information that is running around pricing, discounts, subscription, duration, whatever you can think of when it comes to the approval of legal and finance team. So in context with CRM, it's easily pulled together cross-functional patterns to align internally on negotiating levers and pricing rules. And you can ask questions, and you can get answers about approval decisions into a single instance. And you can escalate exception approvals to leadership if there is a discount beyond the limits which has configured. Let's just say you are providing a 40% discount, and your CEO has to give an approval. So you can also escalate it from there. Okay. Righty, let's one more. So use case around streamlining onboarding. If you're hiring a new employee, and usually we do knowledge transfers to provide them in context. Now what you can do is you can have an account and an opportunity object. If somebody leaving from the sales team and they had some accounts or opportunity that they were dealing with, they can create a channel dedicated to account and opportunity. And then a new joined sales reps can easily get context around on the first day itself. He can get, okay, what the historical context was going on this account, including customer data, discussion files, meeting notes, presentations, whatever the information that is available. So they can collaborate and they can learn on the first day itself. Even use summarizing AI agent to get all this information together, not going through everything manually, but just to understand, okay, this is what was happening. If there are any account plans or territory transition documents, they can also go through that. And handing off to post sales team while maintaining the AE visibility. Okay, so that's what is also possible. Okay, the next we have service, just one use case here. Very common, resolving the customer issues cross functionally. So on the top, you can see there is an environment which is Salesforce Service Console, and this is Service Representative in Service Cloud. And then there is a team who is managing sales and tech in Slack. So that is where You can see that service representative is able to collaborate with the technical team in the Slack. So they are having conversation in Salesforce, but the technical team is replying from Slack. So everything is coming together in single environment. Previously, you have to switch back to Slack to have this conversation. So now your teams can reach experts across functional teams in one place with a shared view of the problem and related to customer information. You have to create a channel which is a case object on the case object, and everyone who deals with the cases, every individual can be added to that channel so that they can collaborate at one instance. You can connect any enterprise tool integration across functions to Salesforce channels to accelerate investigation and resolution, to reduce the time spent chasing information in people. Proposed object. So, alrighty, let's have one use case around marketing. So that's one around planning and optimizing campaigns. So let's just say if you are having in a team which works around marketing channels, so you can have all these strategy assets and approvals organized in one place on the campaign record, and you can align your teams on strategy, budget, messaging, and goals, streamline reviews and sign-offs from key stakeholders like creative and legal, and have one spot to access and revisit launch and perform insights all together in one place. So proposed object is campaigns, and when you're building campaigns, you need assets, you need information, you need approvals, you need demo emails to figure out like, okay, if this is the right goal for it. So again, you have single channel to collaborate all this. Previously, you will have to jump around the teams to figure out a solution. But think out loud any use case that you have in your mind around this, and you will be able to solve this. Okay, alrighty. And I think with that, in the context of time, I don't want to take off this Sunday, but to leave you just with the information what is possible with channels. So here are some resources which you can use. So I'll stay on the slide for 10 seconds so you can have a screenshot or maybe scan the QR. So that is where the trail is on Trailhead available, and Salesforce channels are available to all the Salesforce customer who are on all standard editions. That is Essential, Starter, Pro Suite, Professional, Enterprise, and Unlimited, and also have a free or paid Slack plan. Okay, that's one thing. Alrighty, and moving on. If you are more interested towards pitching it to your company to save time and collaboration, and get some good numbers from your leadership team for your performance. Here's an implementation guide, and also you can sign up for a Slack org in 3 steps where you can also try out these things. And if you want to learn more on the Trailhead, that's the first QR you can do it. So take a screenshot of this slide if you want to keep the information around with you. Okay. Alrighty. So I think I can go back, and you can join the Gazaba chapter if you haven't already. Okay. I'll stay on the slide, take a screenshot, want to join. I'll just give you a tip that Akshay is coming up, I think, in an in-person even sooner. So make sure you get yourself updated on the time before the announcement comes out. And usually, I think Ghaziabad has been an active community. I've seen so far when Eco was organizing events, there was a large sum of people who were attending it. So there will be limited seats. So make sure if you don't miss the chance, don't want to miss a chance. So make sure you join Slack Ghaziabad chapter. And I think with that, thank you guys for patiently listening to me. And that's what I had around Salesforce and Slack, Salesforce channels. So if you want to put out a use case or anything you can think about that can solve a time and bring business, let's collaborate. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Let's discuss together. But make sure you think out of the box. There are a lot of use cases that can come into the picture when Salesforce channels are coming into the collaboration. So if you're working as project managers or if you're part of a project, so you can think that you must be switching applications to get information. To solve that, Slack, and Slack and Salesforce has came together to save your time and collaboration, fights between employees, definitely. So that is it. I mean, thank you
Thank
for.
you so much, Gaurav, for like having the session on Salesforce channel. I think like the Salesforce channel and Slack will be the future, like how we can a team can collaborate on Slack and quickly resolve any case or turn any lead into opportunity and definitely close any opportunity, so that we can add vendors, external members into the Slack, additional members, and we are all on same page to solve a particular case or like a lead or anything. So guys, we'll pause a moment. If you guys have any question, please feel to uh, type into the chat, and we are like happy to help you on that. So I think we have a question. Amit saying, you can create the channel for both customers. Yes. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, man. So see, yes or no. So you share each case record individually. So the case 00001 and 0002 can have their own channels or thread with their own stakeholders. So it's per record, not one channel for whole object. Okay. And yes, because each case can have its own Slack channel or thread with different stakeholders, but it's again per record, but not one channel for the whole object. Okay. If you want, I can maybe give you a more concise answer. I think in very simple terms, you can think like each case gets its own channel or thread, and conversations are per record, but not per object. Okay. Yes, Slack will respect the sales permissions. That's right.
Definitely, Tarun, definitely.
Yeah, I'll go back to the slide where there were resources available. So go ahead, try it out, and come back with any amazing use cases that you have built so far. Alrighty.
Right. Thank you, Gaurav, for having this wonderful session, and thank you, guys. You have been a wonderful audience. Thank you, and definitely thank you for the relaunch, joining us for the relaunch of the Ghaziabad chapter. Just stay tuned for more upcoming events, whether it's in person or virtual. And if you have still some questions, some doubts, please reach out to me or to Gaurav. And we have Sanjeev here as well. He's also a Patna Slack chapter leader. So we are happy to assist you on your journey. Yeah.
Okay. So let's come to the part. So you're gonna choose one person from LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
And how many swags we have?
So I guess it is dependent on number of attendees. But still we have two sacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we want to do this? Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Mm, mm. Let's keep it simple. I think there's a question that I've kept mostly in the questions around Slack. So if you guys have been active in Slack, and see if you answer first, you get it. So, so there was a name into the slide that when we were starting the presentation to tag while you post on the LinkedIn. It's not us, but he's the Slack community head. So if you can answer, like, who is the Slack community head? Okay. I think Arjun already won something. No,
So
not yet. Nice try, Priyanka. Mia Mure, but Mia is somewhere collaborating with Jacob is the head of the uh, you know community at Slack, and Tarun has bought from last my group. Okay, I think since Arjun has been very active around questions and everything, so let's just pick up Arjun for now. I see
definitely.
most of the messages in the chat from Arjun itself, so good thing. Arjun has been there in most of the events. Okay, all right. So Arjun, it is, I guess. Rest, it's over you, Akshay. How you collaborate with Arjun, that's your part.
So Arjun, please connect with me on LinkedIn or like Slack. Just share your email address. And for the LinkedIn guys, like I'll come back to you like around 12, and I'll reach out to you like to see like how many of you guys have like posted on LinkedIn with the right hashtag, which is like most important. And definitely like uh, maybe like some like guy will have another site, not you Arjun definitely, but some other.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
so thank you so much guys for joining us, and like have a great Sunday ahead.